Hi everybody, KB Kwan from TasteAsianFood.com. Today I want to cook tandoori chicken, Indian food. You know, most of the time I'm cooking Chinese food, but it's actually no surprise to most of the Malaysian. As a Malaysian, you know, Malay food, Chinese food, Indian food, they're all assimilated into a single Malaysian food culture. I'm eating Indian food at least 3 to 4 times in a week, and tandoori chicken is my absolute favorite for my lunch. Now in this video, I want to show you how to prepare tandoori chicken at home by using your electric oven or gas oven at home. You do need the tandoor, the clay oven that you might have seen in the Indian restaurant. Let me show you how to do it. There are only 3 steps you need to make tandoori chicken. The first step is to cut the chicken. The second step, marinate the chicken. And the third step, bake in the oven. So how to prepare the chicken? Bone in and remove the skin. That's important. Why is it important to remove the skin? Because by removing the skin, we can cut a few gashes at the thickest part of the meat, and therefore we'll let the marinade penetrate deep into the chicken. You may use any cut of the chicken, but drumstick and chicken thigh is my preference because it is juicy and tender. You can also use breast meat, but that's not my best choice because we have removed the skin. And therefore, the direct heat from the oven will hit onto the surface of the breast meat and dry it out pretty quickly. Now let's put this aside and let us constitute the marinades. The flavor of tandoori chicken is derived from a myriad of herbs and spices. So let me go through it one by one. Before we marinate the chicken, let's combine all these ingredients first. First, lime juice. If you don't have lime juice, you can substitute it with lemon juice. Next, mustard oil. Mustard oil has a little bit of a spicy flavor, but since we are using a combination of so many ingredients, if you don't have it, you can substitute it with any cooking oil with neutral flavor. Ginger garlic paste. Ginger garlic paste is an essential ingredient for Indian cooking. It is made with 1 part of ginger and 1 part of garlic. So you can use 100 grams of garlic plus 100 grams of ginger, add a tablespoon of oil and blend it, and it will become ginger garlic paste. If you don't have it, you can just use partial garlic and partial ginger, finely chopped, and you can use that as a substitute. Next, turmeric powder. Next, chili powder. This is Kashmiri chili powder, which is quite red in color, and it will give you the signature red color of tandoori chicken. However, I'm not using a lot because I can't take too spicy food, so I'm going to add just a little bit of coloring dye, red color dye later to enhance the color. That is optional, and I'll show you later. And next we have some salt. The amount of salt I normally use is 1 gram per 100 grams of chicken. Since I have 1 kilo of chicken, I'm using 10 grams. That means 2 teaspoons of salt. And next, coriander powder. You can get the quantity in the description. And next, cumin powder. Don't be stingy on coriander and cumin and all these ingredients. You know, tandoori chicken is about the intense flavor, so you really have to put quite a lot of herbs and spices to marinate it. And then garam masala. Garam masala is a combination of different spices, different Indian spices. It has cumin, coriander, cardamom, some black pepper, some cloves, some nutmeg, and blend all together. You can make it your own, but I purchased it from the store for my convenience. Pour the yogurt into a cloth bag. And then find a place to hang it up so that the liquid will drip away as much as possible. And that is to make sure that the yogurt will be concentrate enough and it will not dilute the marinade too much. I'm going to find a place to hang up the cloth bag now and come back later. Now let's take a look of the yogurt that I have put it into a cloth bag, hang it up, and let it drip off all the liquid from the yogurt. And I'm going to put this concentrated yogurt into the bowl over here to marinate the chicken with other herbs and spices. The reason I want to make it concentrated is because we don't want the extra liquid to dilute the flavor of the herbs and spices in the marinades. Now let's combine all these herbs and spices. If you want the color of your tandoori chicken looks like those get it from the Indian restaurant, add a little bit of red color dye. That is entirely optional. So I just add a little bit, not too much. Now it turns into the signature color of tandoori chicken. I suggest you use your hand to marinate the chicken instead of using the tongs because, of course, with the glove on, because that is the most efficient way to marinate the chicken. Wow, look at the color. Make sure get some of the marinade in the gashes. That will really make the inner part of the chicken to become very flavorful. Okay, so now we have finished rubbing in all the spices. I'll transfer it to the refrigerator, let it sit for about 3 hours, and then we proceed to the next step, baking. I've marinated the chicken for 3 hours. So now I want to transfer the chicken to the baking tray lined with aluminum foil. You can use baking paper, of course, if you want to. Add some of the marinade on top. Don't waste the marinade, it is very flavorful. And now we preheat the oven to about 200 degrees Celsius or 390 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake in a preheated oven for 15 minutes. Remove it from After 15 minutes, remove it from the oven and add some melted butter on top of the chicken. And then turn the chicken over to the other side. And now I'll return the chicken back to the oven again. And this time I'll put on the upper deck, closer to the upper element, so that it will change color much faster. So another 30 minutes. So now let's sit back and relax. Alright, time's up and let's take a look how it looks like. Yes, this is exactly what we want. That's the color of tandoori chicken. And there's a slightly charred surface. Now it's time to serve. Let me transfer it to the plates. Look at this beautiful tandoori chicken with the signature slightly charred surface. And it's best to serve with naans, roti, biryani rice. I hope you like this recipe and enjoy. That's how I prepare tandoori chicken at home. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope one day you will try it. And if you want the recipe, please get the recipe from my blog tasteasianfood.com. tandoori chicken or in the description below the YouTube video. If you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you again in my next video recipes. Bye for now.